In Mathews County, the watermen play an important role in the community. These men head to the water every day for hours at a time, catching fish, crabs, and oysters in the Chesapeake Bay and the surrounding waters. However, what was once a booming industry in the county is now a struggling tradition as decreasing numbers of fish and water pollution endanger the future of the watermen. In addition, increasingly strict regulations have caused further strife within the fishing community as watermen have struggled to sustain their livelihood. Despite the lack of economic incentive and environmental concerns, there are still watermen out in the water. Why do they continue to fish, and what motivates them to keep fishing instead of pursuing other careers? If you were to ask a waterman why he fishes for a living, a typical answer would be one like this.
Don't know anything else. Just born and raised, and that's all I really ever wanted to do. And as a kid, we played with crab pots, just dreaming about growing up and doing it. So,
in many cases, a waterman becomes a waterman because their father did it, and their father's father too. There's usually a clear ancestral line of watermen that can be traced back generations. In fact, many watermen first start learning how to fish by watching their fathers do it. In this way, it is a tradition passed down and preserved by each generation. But it is also a means to an end. The watermen of Mathews County have never been the wealthiest people in the county. In fact, many of them come from lower-income homes that utilize the water for work and sustenance. It is through necessity, not preservation, that these traditions have been passed down. Some of these traditions have evolved over time, while others have remained constant. In this video, local waterman A.J. Hurst demonstrates how he makes crab pots, a method unchanged for over 70 years.
What I do, I set here like this, see. I put it in my lap. Yeah, my palata there. Oh, what I done with him? She probably got them. But anyhow, I can make them with these. But what I do, see that?
Oh, how you bend them down?
Everyone just like that. Yeah. I started this morning, but I didn't finish.
Where do you get the wire?
Buy it from a store. Right, Ocean Products down Diggs.
AJ has been making crab pots since he was 11 years old. At 79, he is now one of the last watermen left in Mathews County who knows how to make them. Making crab pots was an economic alternative to purchasing them, indicative of the poor conditions many watermen lived in.
I ain't got my right pliers. But anyhow, that's the way that goes. And then when I put my bait box in, that's for the crab. I'll cut this one out.
For the little crabs?
Huh?
For the little crabs?
No.
Oh. Oh, for the bait. Oh, for the
That's
bait.
for the bait, yeah. Then I'll take this. That's how I put that in.
Did you make that too?
Oh yeah, I made all this. Yeah. But then I'll put that in there, then make it fast there. See, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take me about an hour, 10 minutes, maybe.
Many of the watermen take great pride in their identity and what they do. They feel that it is part of their heritage and a distinguishing factor among outsiders. This is because not only is it rooted in the history of their community, but that it is hard work too. Being a waterman is a commitment that not many people can do. In this portion of an interview with local waterman Kevin Godsey, he describes the daily routine that he follows as a waterman.
Get up about 3:30, leave here in about 10 minutes, get in the boat about 3:45, crab till around 11:30, carry some crabs to Gwen's Island, which is a picking house, and then come home. And Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I go to Richmond to carry crabs to 7 different stores up there, and the other afternoons just work on gear and get stuff ready for the next day.
While this hard work may be seen as a prideful duty within the community, it is often viewed as a deterrent for future watermen to enter the industry. Watermen dedicate their lives to their profession. They grow up learning how to fish, and then they spend the rest of their lives doing it. It is for this reason why they disregard economic incentive for abandoning their profession. Working on the water is more than just a means to the end, it's their way of life. The water has always played a special role in the history of this county and its constituents, such as being the primary means of travel into the mid-20th century as well as the true way to view the city. One of the primary concerns for the watermen of Mathews County is whether or not they will be able to continue their legacy. Many of the watermen are becoming elderly, with the youngest one around 42 years old. They are concerned that the watermen and fishing industry in Mathews County will die out, causing their traditions and history to disappear. A.J. Hurst believes that the water business is gone because of the strict regulations, high costs, and low profit.
Well, I tell you what I tell them all the time. Boys, the young boys and everything, I tell them, don't fool with no water business. Water business is gone. Water business is shot. Now, they ain't gonna come back no more for me, but time a man now get over here and buy a boat and crab pots and everything. When we used to buy crab pot, I bought it for $7 a roll, but now it's for $84 a roll. That's for 9 crab pots. I tell them all the time, you better get your job and on a tugboat somewhere, something you can depend on. Before it's making it right here, you can't do it. Now the fish right here, they ain't catching no fish. Got small and everything.
While many agree with AJ's belief that the water industry is dying out in Mathews County, some younger watermen, like 42-year-old Kevin Godsey, believe that there's a market as long as there's still people willing to do the work.
If the regulations doesn't totally take it over, and if somebody's willing to do that amount of work in the future, it may be a real good job. It all depends on the regulations and the water quality, what will happen. It's a lot easier jobs to make more money. A lot of hours and a lot of work and some frustrations, but I do it because that's what I really want to do.
Do watermen have a future in Mathews County? This question has been highly debated over the past few years. Watermen have undoubtedly played an essential role in forming the identity that Mathews County has today, and it is important to consider how they will contribute to the identity in the days to come. While the watermen may not have the same size and status as they have had in prior years, their presence is still known. It is during this time that their traditions are transitioning from necessity to preservation. The watermen of Mathews County are a proud group that won't complain or demand change. Because of this, it becomes the focus of the surrounding community as to what can be done to preserve the waterman community and what it means that it is fading away. Efforts are already being made to preserve docks and waterways for the watermen, along with many other preservation actions. It is up to the community from which this tradition originates to acknowledge its significance and work together to maintain it as a living history.